Fellow South Africans, look at this snake oil salesman. Many people liked him, didn't they? Many people thought that simply because he was grilling foreigners, he represented the citizens of South Africa. This is Ashley Sauls of the Patriotic Alliance, and he is proof that even though we may agree on one subject or even two policies, it doesn't mean we should then vote for you. For example, I like what Julius Malema said here.
Lindiwe Sisulu is the most uneducated and foolish minister you can think of. Every time she opens her mouth, instead of telling people about what she's doing, she's consistently reminding them of how she fought in the bush and how they liberated us, creating an impression that we owe her and her colleagues something. We owe them nothing.
I also like what he said here.
Zuma said, the state is the judiciary, the legislature, and the executive. When you say there is a capture, have they captured judiciary? And then no one dares to challenge him that they've captured you and you are the head of the state. And he speaks like he's got a point, but I worked with him, so I know he's extremely limited, intellectual. So I know how he does things when he has run out of reason. He said, and I'm like, how I wish I was there. Because I would have said, stop it there. Stop it right there.
Me liking those two things does not mean that I found a leader or a party to vote for. He's still communist. He's still pro-open borders. He's still racist. He's still tainted by several issues that we know about him. The same with President Cyril Ramaphosa. I like what he said here.
Municipalities that do best are not ANC-controlled municipalities. And I can name it here because there's nothing wrong with competition. They are often DA-controlled municipalities. We need to ask ourselves, what is it that they are doing that is better than what we are doing?
I also like what former President Thabo Mbeki said here.
In 1997, Nelson Mandela says, people don't have the values of the ANC, but they can see that to be a member of the ANC is to have a stepladder to government in order to have the possibility to steal. I say to the ANC comrades that when you say I must go campaigning next year, to say to people, vote ANC, how am I going to do that? To say vote ANC, when I know very well that the branch of the ANC in this constituency is led by a criminal. It's not possible to go and say vote ANC for a criminal.
All that does not mean that I'm now going to vote for the ANC. It does not mean that I can now look to them for guidance. They are still horrible leaders that have failed this country in too many ways to count, and we cannot entrust them with South Africa's future and prosperity. The same thinking should be applied to Ashley Sauls. His political party uses the politics of immigrants, and that alone got them many votes. Why? Because that was one of the greatest pain points of most South Africans during the voting season. As South Africans, we need to rise above such logic. We cannot be a people that vote for a party simply because of one policy. Every now and then, these politicians will say something that you like, something that excites you, something that you agree with, but it doesn't mean that they are decent people.
So all we want is for foreigners to show identification. Now people are saying it's like the pass system. That's being disingenuous. South Africans are walking around with identification.
The Patriotic Alliance stood against illegal immigration, but it doesn't mean that they are people who are here for what is right. I mean, for example, this is Willem Kize, the former Minister of Health. Take a listen.
I was saying that we're receiving or will be receiving an amount of 156 million.
156.
156.
That's the total equitable share.
Correct, Chair.
Budgets for salaries?
And then employees' salaries amounts to 141 million.
141.
Correct, Chair.
And then 12 million goes to
councillors' remunerations will amount to 12 million.
And what would you say is the services that you have rendered for 160 million? 155 million because it's already overshooting?
Chairperson, it is overshooting. I think maybe to come to the question of the investment amount that we once had. To cover those services, we've been using that investment to do...
No, that's not the question. The question is, you have now paid yourselves and councillors and everyone 155 million. You received 150 million. And I'm asking you, you get paid to do what?
Now, does grilling members of the ANC mean that he's innocent, that he's patriotic, that he represents your interests as a citizen? No, it does not. He himself is as dirty as they come. We have covered a lot of his dirt in several videos already. So with that in mind, when you see Ashley Sauls do this, do not be overly impressed. There's something that is called political grandstanding. It means the use of speech or actions to gain political support through emotional or affective appeals. That is exactly what this guy is doing here. He's putting on a performance similar to Gayton McKenzie and his Abahambe moves and dances.
Abahambe, Abahambe, Abahambe.
It's fun, but don't take it seriously because it's political theater meant to get you to think that these are people that really care about what is right. Thank God that Ashley Sauls exposed himself very recently. That is when the National SAPS Commissioner Fani Masemola mentioned that Kenny Kunene was at a murder-accused home twice and not once. Here's Julius Malema, who managed to get the story out of the National Commissioner's mouth.
Now, when they went to Molefe's house to arrest him, they found a leader of the PA, Kenny Kunene, with Molefe, and they claimed there were other people, including a journalist. Are you aware of other people who were found in that house, or any journalist who was found in the house of Molefe when he was getting arrested?
I'm not... I'm aware that there was a journalist, but I don't know who. But I know that they did find Mr. Kunene at that house.
And a journalist. A journalist.
Yeah, the journalist, yes. I don't know who the journalist is, but I know that they did find Mr. Kunene there. Actually, it wasn't the first time. When they went for the second time, they found him there.
When they went for the first time for Molefe, they found Mr. Kunene there, and when they went the second time, they found Mr. Kunene there. The first time he turned at the gate, they were inside busy. He came to the gate and they showed him the road. And luckily, whatever he got, he went for the road.
Very nice, huh? So now when Ashley Sauls had the chance to ask questions to the National Commissioner, he exposed himself badly.
The presence of my party deputy president, the Honourable Kenny Kunene, at the house of Mr. Molefe. You stated that he was there twice in your testimony. Commissioner, are you 100% sure that Mr. Kunene was found at the house of Mr. Molefe 2 times?
Honourable Chairperson, what the team reported to me is that yes, he was there twice. You'd recall one of the times he was found in the house. The other time they say he turned at the gate. He never entered, but he turned right at the gate. They denied him entry. So that's the report I got.
So you yourself are not 100% sure?
No. I can't be 100%, but that's the report I got, Honourable.
So if you're not 100% sure, as the number 1 cop in this country, understanding the rules of our criminal justice system, how can you, General, knowing that you're not sure, sit here in front of all South Africans and state as fact that Kenny Kunene was there twice?
Thanks, Honourable Chair. When I say not 100% sure, I mean me. I mean, I wasn't there, but the team, I believe them. They say one of the occasions he was in the house. One of the occasions they turned him at the gate.
Your team is not testifying.
Oh, yes.
You are testifying. And you are saying, for surety, that he was there. You're not sure. Your team reported to you. That still qualifies as hearsay. I'm not moved by the sounds in the house. Let's deal with the law. Let's deal with what is right, Honorable General. You cannot state for a fact that he was there twice. You're basing it on what you have been told. So your team is immune to lying.
Ashley Sauls is from the Patriotic Alliance, is he not? Kenny Kunene is from the same party, is he not? In what world does it make sense to show your bias like this for the whole country to see? According to this actor, the National Commissioner is lying by saying that Kenny Kunene was at that house twice.
Now, I put it to you that we can prove that Kenny Kunene was not there twice.
As if the second time is a problem here.
You lied to the nation, and now it concerns me. It now concerns me because I'm not sure whether I should believe the rest of your testimony or any testimony you've made at the commission as well.
First of all, guys, we already know that Kenny Kunene was there. He confirmed it himself, so the first time was enough for us as citizens.
Just given based on the reports that have emerged that you were at the home of Mr. Katiso Molefe when the arrest was effected, is this facts and face?
Yes, it is true that I was at the house of Mr. Molefe.
Now, if he was there for the first time, why would he doubt that he was there at another time? When Ashley Sauls got the chance to cross-examine KZN Police Commissioner, that is General Mkhwanazi, he praised him. He licked his boots like a puppy.
General, thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You know, listening to your testimony, you know, you inspire hope. When I think about justice for Jocelyn Smith, Babita Yakoran, Mpho Molefe, Nathaniel Julius, Pamela Mabini, Bauer van Niekerk, my fellow committee member, Honourable Sitole from the IFP, and my cousin, Etienne Langefeld. We are still waiting for justice. And so when I hear you, I see you, it inspires hope. But when I sit in this seat, of course, I cannot choose a side. I must be fair. I must question you on things that I need clarity on. But I'm confident, you know, that you will handle it like a master. So let's walk together through my clarity-seeking exercise.
And yet the way that General Mkhwanazi presented his information is also the same way that the National Commissioner, General Masemula, presented his information.
Based on your evidence before us, are you saying that General Sibiya is corrupt?
I don't think I've presented evidence before you that I can say General Sibiya is corrupt yet. The investigations we have on the other side will prove that there is benefits to General Sibiya of illegal means that came to him, directly or indirectly. There's property acquisitions that exist. There's contribution from the underworld into those properties and many other things that he acquired The good thing about it is that he has not been working alone. He's been working with police officers. And the nice thing about it is that those police officers, some of those police officers that are close to him, they are the ones that are providing this information. And the nice thing about it is that those police officers, some of those police officers that are close to him, they are the ones that are providing this information.
They are both working off of information that they got from their subordinates.
But when I sit in this seat, of course, I cannot choose a side. I must be fair. I must question you on things that I need clarity on. But I'm confident, that you will handle it like a master. So let's walk together through my clarity-seeking exercise.
Ashley Sauls is now acting how all biased pretenders act. They shut off logic when it is time for them to face the demons in their own teams.
General, even though you received the report, does that give you the right to come before the nation under oath and say, as a matter of fact, that Kenny Kunene was there twice?
Honourable Chair, through you, the team reported to me that he was there twice. One was he was in the house when he was with the journalist. The second, one of the 2 times, he was turned at the gate by the team. So that is what the team reported to me.
That's not what you said when you opposed the question. When you opposed the question, General, you said, I listened to the tape again. Your words was, actually, he was there twice. Yet, your actually is based on a report. It's not fact.
All of a sudden, the National Commissioner spreading hearsay. All of a sudden, generals have to be there to witness if Kenny Kunene was on site. They dare not rely on the information that they receive from their investigators or their subordinates. Mind you, this logic only applies if Kenny Kunene is on the property of a perceived criminal. According to Ashley Sauls here, anything that taints the names of Patriotic Alliance criminals in charge, it is hearsay. And based on the comments, those who expected more from the snake oil salesman were highly disappointed to see this bias and foolishness on display. You know what makes this whole thing even worse? Ashley Sauls did not even have to say anything about this particular issue. He actually made people wonder what is wrong with this guy. Does he not see what he's doing to himself here? The Honourable Kenny Kunene. Imagine, so eager to make Kenny Kunene seem honourable, respectable, or noble. The guy spent several minutes trying to get his so-called honourable Kenny Kunene off the hook. But fellow citizens, what difference does one visit make when we already know that Kenny Kunene is dirty and was definitely at the home of this Katie Molefe? Kenny Kunene himself confirmed it. As South Africans, we need to become sharp enough to see through the political theatre that is displayed in Parliament. He's an actor, this one. He probably practices his acting in the mirror before getting in front of the cameras in Parliament. He thinks he's the Clint Eastwood or John Wick of politics. But at the end of this whole thing, what we managed to learn is that Ashley Sauls wants you to believe that the National Commissioner is lying.
It was reported to me. You said, actually, he was there twice. Now you're saying, we can agree that you were not there. I wasn't there. Based on that, you must now then state for the record that it is only an allegation. It is alleged that Kenny Kunene was there twice. Please confirm.
Thanks, Honourable Chair. I will repeat that me and you were not there. I received a report that Kenny Kunene was there twice on the 2 occasions that members were at the house. It's an allegation. We leave it there.
So if it's an allegation, which I now agree with you, that means it remains to be proven. You came and you said he was actually there. That means, Honorable General, you lied to the nation. You made the nation believe that you are stating that as a matter of fact.
He wants you to think that Kenny Kunene was not at the house of Katie Molefe for the second time, as if that even matters. That one time that Kenny Kunene was there is as good as 10 times. We know that there is something going on. We know that Kenny Kunene went to that house during working hours. We know that he was there when he was supposed to be fixing the road infrastructure of Johannesburg. He chose instead to be at a house of this Molefe guy. For what? That is a question.
General, you were not there physically. See that twice. You just received a report and you want the country to believe that your members does not have the possibility of lying. That every single member you have speaks the truth to you. Is that what you're saying to the country? Every member that reports to you speaks the truth at all times. They don't have the potential to lie to you.
Ashley Sauls believes everything being said by General Mkhwanazi and General Masemola until they start talking about his boss, Kenny Kunene. How can you trust anything that comes out of the mouth of a person like that? The only problem is a Kenny Kunene allegation, but everything else is true. That's the reasoning of this Nollywood actor. Just get out of here, Ashley. Anyway, that's it for today. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Katlego. This is Citizen Concerned. And until next time, beware of the comrades.